Yeah.
But when it comes to what you just said about the Trump transition team and members of the incoming administration being monitored or surveilled or wiretapping, whatever the term is that we're using, you had Susan Rice, who was the national security advisor for President Obama, who we know lied her face off when it came to Libya and the videotape. We know she lied 5 times that morning. Hillary Clinton sent an email to her own daughter saying we knew that it was terrorism the night it happened. This woman now, a week and a half ago, went on PBS and said, I don't know anything about unmasking people. I don't know anything about surveilling anybody. I don't know anything about phone calls and who was being monitored. And then 2 days ago, she went on MSNBC and said, yeah, I called for it, but it was all legal and it was all righteous. And of course I have the right to do that. Where are you on this whole thing? And what do you think is going to happen with Susan Rice? She's got to come and answer the music, doesn't she?
Well, I think absolutely. I think it's important that she testify in Congress, and I think the initial facts do not look good. If it was the case that she unmasked American citizens who were wiretapped by the U.S. government and that she did so for political and partisan reasons, then that is a very, very serious offense. It potentially raises serious criminal liability. And at a minimum, it raises the specter of abuse of power of the Obama administration using the national security apparatus to advance partisan political ends and attack and undermine the next president. I hope those are not the facts at the end of the day, because that undermines trust in our government. Neither side, neither party should do that to the other. But these allegations are very serious, and Susan Rice needs to come before Congress and the American people and answer very direct questions about what she did, what she knew, and why she did what she did.
And her allegation is that she unmasked the name or asked for the name to be unmasked because it's part of a larger investigation that everybody has to know who was on the phone call and what they were saying. That may be true investigatively. It wouldn't be a breach of law. But if her unmasking led to somebody leaking it, you and I know that that leak itself to the media was a felony. If we find out that for the purposes of getting it to the media somehow, that's why she did the unmasking, would the felony fall on her or on the person who actually leaked it?
Well, it depends on what the actual conduct was. But if there was surveillance that either directly or indirectly brought in U.S. citizens, the FBI, the CIA, the NSA all have very strict protections required by law to protect the privacy of U.S. citizens. Now, the National Security Advisor, Susan Rice, is not an investigator. It's not the job of the National Security Advisor to produce intelligence reports. Rather, the National Security Advisor is a consumer of intelligence reports. And so it raises the obvious question, if she did indeed disregard the laws protecting the privacy of U.S. citizens and did so specifically targeting senior advisors to the new president, that raises a very strong inference that it was done for political reasons, and that should trouble us all. But at the same time, Joe, she deserves a chance to defend herself.
Right.
She deserves a chance to explain what the facts were. We should not we should not act based on suspicion and innuendo. We should look to the specific facts. But these allegations are very serious, and I think that the Congress and the American people deserve a thorough investigation and clear answers.